Hi guys, welcome to my artist vlog. Some of you may know me through social media and some of you may not know me at all. My name is Joella Nadi. I recently became a full-time Canadian artist after losing my job due to the pandemic. This is my first vlog in a very long time, and I have no idea how this is going to go, but I'm hoping to share a little bit about myself as a creative and the method I've found to make my workday more focused. I hope you'll all connect with me through the comment section. Life during lockdown has had its challenges, and I'm so grateful to this platform for giving me an outlet to reconnect with you during these uncertain times. So grab yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and enjoy. So after I have my coffee in the morning, and I cuddle with my dogs and go on social media for a bit, I like to take my vitamins, get a little bit of movement in to wake me up, and yeah. So I'm working on this quick sketch to get my hand and wrist warmed up and to find my creative groove, but there's something I'd like to talk about that I find greatly affects a lot of creatives. So when I was working outside of the home full time, I always felt that if only I had more time on my hands in my studio, that I'd be more productive. But now that I'm home 24/7, I realize what it really comes down to is discipline. Since being home, I've learned how important it is for me to have a routine and to stick to it as much as possible. Life can get crazy, and there's never a shortage of tasks and activities that call to me each day. So I find that if I'm not careful, I can easily spend the day procrastinating or finding myself worrying about the state of our world, which can sometimes put me in a funk and leave me feeling unmotivated and down. So, because of this, I try to limit the amount of TV that I watch. And I'm really careful while I'm on social media to try and stay away from those platforms that discuss a lot of politics, as well as COVID. I do keep up on CBC. I listen for new announcements, but as far as all the stuff on social media, I try and stay away from that as well. It's even, when my husband's home, I love my husband. I adore him. But I find it really hard to concentrate when he's on his days off because he can be a huge distraction. He doesn't mean to be, but we really enjoy doing a lot of things together, and it's really easy to just drop everything and say go for a ride out to camp or take the dogs for a walk or talk about some new renovations that we want to do. So I really have to be mindful of that, and I try to put at least one day aside where he and I can spend the day together and do some fun things. So I find it's really important, not only for him, but for my mental health as well. So he's usually pretty good at giving me my space, and he usually knows when I need a break for a little field trip to revive myself when I'm feeling stagnant. I've created a daily routine that allows me to get into my studio early and focus on the big projects first. So I try to wake up by about 8 o'clock every morning. I make coffee. I'll usually have a smoothie and, or, something, maybe some oatmeal, something really light. and I try to stay away from carbs as much as possible. They make me really sleepy, so yeah, they don't agree with me. But yeah, and then I give myself about an hour to cuddle with my dogs and do some research, possibly research some resources and topics relating to my creative business. It could be watching art demos, reading about new products, art techniques, marketing, or learning to navigate new video apps, such as the one I'm working on right now for this vlog. Huge learning curve. When I'm in my routine, it's much easier to work in a focused way. So I rarely have to wonder what I should be working on at any given time. My routine pretty much tells me that. And as far as my family and friends they are wonderful. They've come to know that I'm pretty reluctant to allow intrusions into my studio time. If they call and it's something urgent or important, of course they know that I'll take the time out and I'll talk to them. But if it's something where we just want to go for a walk or just chat, then I'll usually set up a time later in the evening, and yeah, and we'll talk, or maybe we'll go for a walk later in the week. But yeah, they're pretty good about that. I know other creators struggle to stick to a routine because they have to juggle full-time jobs, family and responsibilities, and other priorities before they can get into the studio. But I would argue that even if there's only a few hours in a week available to create, it's best if you can make those hours into a routine and then protect that routine with your life. Another thing that I found is helpful is to eliminate distractions. The time that we do have to work and create is even more fragile today because of the countless distractions that are sneaking up on us. Electronics, social media, they can be wonderful tools, but they are a huge distraction. Because of this, I often turn off my notifications for email and Facebook and Instagram. I find that every time I pause to see what's happening on Facebook or to respond to an email, I can lose momentum and focus. And before I know it, my precious creative time has been lost. And for sometimes hours. So, yeah, it's a huge distraction. Another tip I have for myself, this works for me. I try not to have more than 3 pieces on the go at a time. I've learned that if I want to accomplish something, I have to concentrate on it. And I find if I have too many things on the go, I feel scattered. If I have a commission to complete, this will be my main focus. And the other pieces will be there if I need to divert my attention to something different, possibly for a change, or to have fresh new eyes when I go back to that commission piece, which is always first and foremost. I also find that having a to-do list helps me keep my focus. The act of writing things down makes me feel like I'm in control of them. And it also assures me that I won't forget to do something. So I try to discipline myself and try to never do anything that pops into my head right away. So, right when it pops into my head, I put it on my list and get back to what I was working at. It's important to keep my focus. So that wraps up my tips and tricks. Okay, yeah, so I'd love to hear any challenges you've had in relation to discipline in your creative life and how you've overcome those challenges. That would be wonderful to share with all of us if you could just put those in the comments below. Thanks. Hi, so it is Monday evening at 9:27. My hubby's at work and I'm just about to get ready for bed. It's been a long day today, so I unfortunately didn't do any artwork today. I spent the day outside. Well, first I got up this morning, had a doctor's appointment over the phone, and that took a little while, and I'm glad that's over with. I feel so much better after getting to talk to my specialist in Thunder Bay. So after that, I ran to Walmart, which we all know can be a little tiring because there's lots of people there and not really wanting to talk to anybody, and those are the times when everybody seems to want to chat with you. So anyways, I got some paint and got a few things, and came home and spent the afternoon painting trim outside. And so now I'm just about to go to bed, and I'm just going to make myself a smoothie for the morning. So I don't know if you guys are interested, but this is what I put in my smoothies. Let's see here. So usually au naturel, I like to call it au naturel, but natural milk, okay? It's lactose free, so it's good for the tummy. And I put about that much in, not a heck of a lot. And then I'll throw a banana in. So I'm just basically getting ready for the morning, because when I wake up, I'm really not a morning person. It takes me a while to wake up, so I usually get up and I have make my coffee, feed the pups, and just kind of, like everybody else, I'll go on social media for a little bit, maybe watch a few art videos, quick demos, just to get me kind of feeling inspired. And yeah, then I'll put my art clothes on, and sometimes I'll put some music on. Right now, like I was saying, I don't have an art room because it is, we're doing some renovating upstairs, so everything is piled high in my art room. So yeah, I basically just put banana, milk, some spinach, cut up some apple, and it's always different every day what I make, but I really find that the banana holds me over till lunchtime or later even sometimes, because it has a lot of calories in it. I mean, healthy and taking care of myself and getting all the vitamins and nutrients that I can. Throw this in the fridge, and tomorrow morning I'll wake up and I'll put it in the blender, and voila. Okay, so now that I have my palette all nice and clean, sparkly clean, I've laid out all my paints and all the colors that I'm going to be using to mix to put another coat on this dog here. So I'll spend probably a good half an hour arranging all my paints in order, in a special order, and mixing them all. You might be wondering what I use as a palette, because I have had a few people ask me. This is an old picture frame that I found at the Salvation Army quite a while ago, and I just basically put a white piece of paper in it, and I believe it's plexiglass. It's not glass, it's plexiglass. So it works perfectly for paint. I'm able to clean it off easily with a razor blade. Acrylics are a lot easier to clean. If you leave oils, they take a little bit more time. But it's not impossible to get off. So yeah. So that's what I used for that. And as far as my smock goes, this is kind of a cool story. This is my old smock. I believe it's probably about 7 years now. I had been asked to teach at a retreat in Fort Frances, to teach an art retreat. So I went there, or teach art at a retreat in Fort Frances. And I went there and needed a smock. So the night before, I had to leave. I had everything all ready, and I realized, oh no, I don't have anything to protect my clothes, and I don't want to be wearing like my old paint clothes. So I had a piece of canvas, a throw canvas that was on the floor that I used for painting. I just traced out a smock, and yeah, it's lasted me for about 7 years, but like it can basically stand up on its own, and it's like that on both sides. So I decided it was time to retire this. I'm not gonna throw it out, I'm gonna keep it. I'll probably hang it in my studio when it's all done, and I think it's a piece of art in itself. So it's been a full day today. I put in about 7 hours between editing video for this vlog and painting and sitting down and just kind of jotting down some ideas for some possible classes I'm hoping to teach. It all depends on COVID, I guess, and whether I go back to work or not. So the classes, I guess, will either have to be one-on-one or online. That's another option, or possibly a group class outside, maybe. I don't know. I have lots of ideas. So yeah, that's my day for today, and I think I'm going to call it a day. I think I'm just going to maybe go have a nice bath and maybe watch some Downton Abbey and get back to it tomorrow. Okay, so we will see you guys tomorrow. One more thing before I go. I've been talking about renovations that we've been doing, and that's why I've been painting in my kitchen. So I'm going to take you for a little tour into my art room so you can see why I have been painting down here. And I'm hoping this weekend it will all be cleared out. That's the plan. Just a little bit more painting to do up in the spare room, and then we can put everything back. And so yeah, so anyways, let's go upstairs to my art room. We've been renovating for a couple of months, and so everything has been thrown into my art room. Okay, everything you can think of is in here. It is a disaster. Even all my clothes are all on the bed because my closet is all cleaned out because we have to finish putting trim in there, which will be happening this weekend, I hope. But yeah, you can kind of see why I've been doing all my artwork in the kitchen. Hi everybody. It's been an exciting week, very busy, actually 2 weeks. I was hoping to get this video out to you this past Monday, but oh my goodness, just things happened, and things didn't happen. I ordered some shelving and stuff, and it came in, but wasn't happy with it. And then I realized I had some shelving already that I could use, so I was setting that up, and my art room is starting to come together. I'm loving it so far. Still have some stuff to do. Hubby and I are going to be hanging some shelving up on the wall over here. I don't really want to show you anything until it's all done. So I'm going to be hanging some shelving over here for my artwork, and I have a cabinet back here that he's going to hang up for my jewelry. And yeah, and so right now I'm just going to be going online to look for some inspirational messages or something. I want to hang up some type of phrase or something up here so that when I need it most, I can just look up and be inspired, hence inspirational messages. So yeah, what else did I want to tell you guys? That's pretty much it for now. I just thought I would pop in quick and say hi. And yeah, I just got to get to work. I want to finish everything before I start back to my artwork. For the main reason being that while I'm painting, I need to be focused on what I'm doing. And if this area is not organized, then I'm unorganized up in my mind. So I need to make it somewhat tidy and organized. I mean, I'm an artist, so my paints being everywhere, that's one thing, but I can't have clutter with everything else, because then I feel cluttered. I don't know if any of you feel that way. I'd love for you to comment down in the comment section if you do. I know I'm not the only person. So yeah, and that's about it. I think I'm just gonna get to work and look for some messages, print something out, or maybe paint something up on the wall. I'm not even sure. Whatever I decide. Yeah. So we'll see you guys later.